Hello YouTube. This is light goes on, light goes off, internet style. In a recent video, actually not so recent, I did this with Bluetooth from a smartphone as I wanted to show that to my granddaughter, which I did. I showed that to my brother-in-law, who said, "Hey, can you do that from the internet?" And I said, "Yes, I can." And in fact, I have on order an Adafruit Feather Huzzah, which is the board I need to accomplish that, which is an ESP8266 board for Wi-Fi. It's this board here. So this project was a little bit challenging because of the fabrication part, because for me, I'm not all that skilled. But I came up with this project box, which is a small Radio Shack I think it's 3 by 2 by 1 project box. I put in a circuit board. There wasn't one to fit it exactly, but I found one that I could file down the edges to slip it in there. I had to drill out the holes to fit the screws through, and the screws fit only on one side because they didn't match up with the standoffs in the box, but that's okay. Over here, you probably can't see it, but on the ground pin on the feather, I have some hookup wire from underneath the circuit board soldered to the ground pin, brought across here to the ground bus. If I were to do this again, as I described in my blog entry, I would have run the ground bus down the other side, put the resistors on the bottom, and it would have been more tidy, but it is what it is. So I put the ground bus down this side. On this side, you see there are two LEDs, a green and a red. A green and a red. The green is lit now because that indicates that I'm connected to Adafruit.io. The LEDs are connected to the current limiting resistors. I use 330 ohm resistors, which is probably more than I need, which I know is more than I need, but it's what I had. And to pins 4 and 5, respectively, on the feather. This JST connector, one lead is connected to pin 2 on the feather. The other lead is connected to the ground bus. So the other piece is this is an ACDC control relay. And let's see if I can lift it up a little higher. Okay, that's the problem. You see it has 4 receptacles on it. 2 were normally on, 2 were normally off. I have the lamp plugged into the normally off. And this JST connector, I took the other side of the JST connector, soldered it to hookup wire, which then plug into this terminal block, which brings it in here. And you can see here it's plus and minus. So the red wire goes to plus, and that's a signal, and the ground wire goes in there. So the wire that's connected on the board to the ground bus goes to the negative side. The wire that's connected to the pin 2 on the feather goes to the plus side. And that's about it. So let's see it work. First thing I do, take the JST connector. It only goes one way. So I plug that in here. So that's now plugged in. The lamp is plugged in. And this is a live demo, so we'll see what works out. So this is my Adafruit.io dashboard. And see, if you can see that, there's an on and an off. If I push the on button, Oh, well, it's not. There we go. Push the on button. Light comes on. Push the off button. Light goes off. So, and you may have been able to hear the relay within the ACDC controlled relay flop back and forth. So that's what it is. So they're normally off. When the pin 2 is set to high, turns that on, which is the opposite, by the way, of the power tail switch, which I used in the Bluetooth example. There, when that pin was low, the light turned on, but that's just a little bit of the code. So I have all this documented in my blog entry, virtualmachine.blogspot.com. You'll see a citation at the end of this video. And light goes on, light goes off, internet style. Thank you very much. See you again.